guys, I'm at Starbucks in Disneyland, and there's something I wanted to talk to you about that just happened to me in line, and it was bad, but I want to talk about a bigger lesson out of it here, because we're gonna I always try to accentuate the positive, and you know, you can take a bad situation and you can turn it around. So, you guys know I have autoimmune issues with my thyroid, my adrenals, and I have celiac. I cannot eat gluten. And when you have autoimmune disease, your immune system doesn't work right, it's reactive, and so the other thing that can happen is that even though my immune system is hyperactive, I still can get sick easily. I've found some good supplements. I have a doctor that checks my vitamin and mineral levels and does a lot to keep me healthy, so I'm a lot better than I used to be, but you know, I get sick easier than other people, and then when I am sick, it lasts longer. So if you have a cold for a week, I'm going to have it for 3 weeks. So when I ordered my drink and I gave her my name, she put her hand all over like the top of my cup. She was holding it over the top like that, and you know, getting her dirty hand all over the rim where I was going to be drinking. So I very nicely and very politely, I said, I'm sorry, is there any way you can get me another cup? I have issues with my immune system. I get sick easily, and I really need the cup to be clean. And I mean, it takes 2 seconds to write the name Heather. So she didn't like that. She was very grouchy about it. She looked at me funny. She didn't roll her eyes, but she kind of like semi-rolled her eyes at me. And then she took my cup. I asked for a decaf, so they have to do a pour over. They don't brew decaf. So she goes over to this guy to get the decaf to make it for me, and she starts making fun of me. That, and he's laughing, and he's like pretending like he's gonna blow on my cup, and they're just cracking up. They don't see that I'm watching the entire thing. And then she turns around and sees me, and her eyes get big. So then I go quietly off to the side. So I'm going to tell you something right now. If something like this happens, number one, speak up for yourself. You have to say something, but don't pitch a fit. I never scream. I never yell. I never go into blah, 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 blah. Don't do that. It's not effective. It's not kind. And you're becoming what you don't like. So they were cruel to me. It was cruel. It was horrible. And I watched the whole thing, and, you know, I calmed down. I wanted to cry, but I didn't. So I called for the manager, and guess who walked over? The guy. The guy who was making fun of me, who thought it was hilarious, walked over, and he was the one handling the issue. So this is what I did. I figured, you know what? This is a little life moment for this guy. This guy needs a lesson in compassion. He really, really needed some ministering at that moment. So I said, hey, I told him what happened. I said, I saw her talk to you, and she thought it was hilarious. And he kind of looked at me funny, and I said, and you thought it was hilarious too. You were both really laughing. You thought it was very funny that I have this issue, and maybe you think I'm a germaphobe or something like that. And his eyes got really wide, and then he tried to deny it, and I looked him straight in the eye with kindness and love in my heart. I looked him in the eye, and I said, please don't lie to me. I know what you did. I watched the whole thing. And he didn't know what to say, so he got really quiet. He kind of went like this. And I said, look, this is a life moment for you. This is a lesson for you in kindness and compassion. Because what I deal with, I didn't ask for it, and I'm not just being difficult. And you need to know that when you have a customer that has a silly request like that, they're not crazy. And I explained to her the reason, and I said, really, that's restaurant 101, because you don't put your cup over the glass. I mean, I worked as a waitress in college, and we never put our hand a cup over. I just said you don't put your cup over the glass. Okay. You just don't. It's gross. When you're carrying someone's drink, you don't put your hand like that. It's icky. So I said, you know, you need to talk to her, but also he was almost going to cry, actually. He got tears in his eyes, and he's like, I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart. And then, you know, he asked if I need anything, and I said, just get me my coffee, and please don't lick it, spit in it, or blow on it. And I kind of made a joke. So he got me my coffee. So the reason I'm telling you about this you know, there's other YouTubers that go and make a fit. They name them out, call them name and shame. Oh, that guy did that to me, and try to ruin their lives and make them go viral. And I told him, I said, you know, you did that to me, and you don't know who I am, but I'm just going to tell you right now that I'm letting it go. Because, you know, I could be difficult. But, listen, I don't always take the high road. I make my mistakes. I have there's times in the car that's like, why are you doing that? But I sure do try. I try to take the high road. Now, that doesn't mean you get walked on and stepped on. Do not lay down and be a carpet or a doormat. Say something, but where you're at in your heart and your head makes all the difference between, is it going to be a screaming moment? Is it going to be a moment that you're telling that person off and they're upset and angry and you're upset and angry? Or is this going to be a teachable moment? Because that was a moment in that guy's life, and he's young. He was probably 20-something. I'm old enough to be his mom. I'm 47. So instead of going off on him, I took it as a moment. I was firm, just like you are with your kids, right? When your kids are doing something dangerous or bad, you don't say, oh, honey, please stop whacking your sister on the head. No, you say, no, stop, don't do that. That's inappropriate, or whatever. But the way you approach it can make a difference. So it was a horrible moment. I'm unhappy. I almost cried, and I held it in because I don't really want to let that ruin my day. But that was a moment for that guy, and I'm not even gonna name his name. I'm not gonna tell you who he is. I'm not gonna do anything except for, because I handled it. Nothing else needs to be done. But think about that. I've done other videos about how your character is challenged in a crowded place, like an amusement park. So when you have a moment like that and your character is challenged, stop for a minute. Stop and get quiet and think before you act. Okay. That's all, YouTube. I will see you later. I am off to enjoy the rest of my day at the park and drink my coffee that doesn't have worms all over it. Bye.